What's happening?
You changed the future. And you changed the past.
What did you do?
Want some help?
You're...
Yeah. I'm Batman.
Hello and welcome back to Inside the Man Cave. I'm David Danger88 and we are here looking at my Flash collection, but it's actually more like a Batman collection because I am a pretty big Batman fan. But these are all the items, some of the items from the Flash film that came out from DC and Warner Brothers. So we've got the Batwing, we have the Batmobile, and a bigger standing Batman there. We've got a McFarlane Toys Michael Keaton Batman there, and the Funko Pop Batman. So we're gonna unbox all of these. There is quite a lot, as you can see. I honestly had to pick these up. And I still I've seen the film and I did enjoy it. I was more there for Michael Keaton because he was my Batman growing up. He is still my Batman. But yeah, it was great to see these featured in the film, especially the Batwing had a major presence in the film. So let's unbox all of these beauties and get started. So we're going to start with our first item, probably the smallest one out of the batch. And it is the Michael Keaton Batman Flash Funko Pop. So here we have him. He's doing sort of a different kind of awesome looking pose there. And at the back you can see all the characters. Now I should say spoiler warning, but yeah, there is a few spoiler characters in here. I don't know why Funko did that, the spoiler in there, at least in the first line, but again, it is to sell products anyway. So let's unbox the Batman. So here is the Michael Keaton Batman Funko Flash figurine. It looks cool. Again, as I said, it's kind of doing sort of like a fighting pose in a way, but it doesn't look actually too bad, really. And he does have a kind of a different armor to the Batman '89 film and the Batman Returns film. It's sort of a blend into both of them into sort of a more newer design in a way, and I really enjoyed the suit. So yeah, really nice Funko Pop. I was probably going to get more of the other Funko Pop line maybe down the track, but I had to get the Michael Keaton Funko Pop to start with. Next we have the bigger size Michael Keaton Batman from the Flash. This is by, I believe, the company Spin Masters. And you can see the other type of figurines you can get on the bat. So you got Batman, the two different Flashes, and Dark Flash. Yeah, pretty cool looking bigger size Batman. It has more detail in the suit than the actual Funko. Let's see if I can zoom in here. Yeah, so it's the same kind of emerald as the Batman Returns outfit, but it has a lot of different techniques from the Batman Returns one. But it's sort of a blend, as I said, between the both suits, but in a more newer design. Yeah, so I'm gonna definitely open this one up and give him a look. So here is the Batman, Michael Keaton's Batman, out of the box now. It looks pretty good. It has a more detailed look at his actual suit. It's sort of made of plastic, so it's nothing too special. Yeah, and then just the cape at the back. He doesn't really do that much. He can sort of move his arm up and down like that. He can't really turn his head, but more of a nice display look at his entire new suit. So there is Michael Keaton's Batman. And next up on our list from McFarlane Toys, it is the Michael Keaton Batman. Once again, this is all mostly Batman related in this Flash video. So if you're hoping to see a lot of Flash figurines, I'm sorry. It is more catered for Batman fans. So this is the McFarlane Toys Batman version of Michael Keaton in the Flash. There's a great artist piece of Batman at the back. Now, I really like the McFarlane Toys. I have quite a lot of McFarlane Batmans. I will maybe hopefully do future videos on them. But they just make such friggin' great toys, like all great action pieces and figures. I can't praise them enough. It comes with the grapple gun, some different hand gestures. We have the Batarang, which is the same like 1989 style Batarang, which I actually already own. I've made actually a previous video on it, but it's a really cool Batarang. I really like it, and it folds up nicely. So yeah, that is the Batarang there. But yeah, I have done a previous video on this, so you can check it out in some of the playlists of the older seasons of Inside the Man Cave. But let's unbox this one and get a deeper look. Now here is McFarlane's Michael Keaton's Batman. Now it comes with some accessories. There's got the stand, we have the two Batman things, hand punches in a way, and his grappling gun, which is pretty cool to have. Now I've got Batman already in a pose with his Batarang. And then each sort of Batman, I think mostly every sort of different McFarlane one comes with sort of an information card, so that's his there, and I will zoom a little bit more into this. So hopefully you guys, if you want to pause the video and read that, you are welcome to. But the main focus is Batman right here. Now, the suit looks a little bit more detailed than the Spin Toys Age of figure, and plus here it's more of a kid's version of that one as well. Now, the detail is always fantastic in these McFarlane toys. Now, I've got his Batarang in pose, and I've also noticed there's some green tint to his bat shoes, which are which I really like. I think there was a few different sort of mudded scenes in the Flash film, if I can remember, but I can't. It's been a while since I've watched it now. I only watched it, I pretty much watched it on day one release, and again, I still really enjoyed it. But yeah, so it is very much a mixture between both of the Batman films of Batman 89 and Batman Returns, but there's a bit more of an updated piece on it to almost reflect the times and everything, and he is an older and wiser Batman, but I'm just still thrilled that they had Michael Keaton back as Batman, and yeah, it was great to see him again, honestly. Again, I can only say positive things about McFarlane's line of action figures, and more importantly, this Michael Keaton, The Flash Batman. Let's move on to the next item.
We get Michael Keaton Batman. You know, when I read that, I was just knocked out.
As soon as I read that Michael Keaton was in, you know, the whole idea of this multiverse, and wow, it was just shocking.
That was the clincher. When you turn the page and you realize who it is, you think, oh, well, that's great.
It's like bringing back a classic. It's like bringing back the Beatles. Many people probably think that they won't see that again in their lifetimes, and they have to content themselves with rewatching the old movies, you know, Batman and Batman Returns. That's why it's so exciting, I think, for people that were affected by the first Batman to see that Batman is coming back again.
Next up, from Spin Masters, we have the Michael Keaton's Batmobile with Batman himself and the young Barry Flash. So yeah, this is a pretty big piece. There is the 1989 Batmobile with the two smaller size figures, and then at the back is a more sort of nicer, more image of the Batmobile, and supposedly you can open the hood so Batman can go in it, and there's another one of those two running. So let's open this one up. So here we have the 1989 Batmobile by Spin Masters, with both the action figures with Batman, Michael Keaton's Batman, and the Flash, but it's the young Barry Flash, and he's made his costume out of an actual bat suit, because if you can see it, okay, you can see that he's fashioned his outfit out of an old a bat suit, so that is, yeah, nice little touch. But yeah, this is the car, so I will give you a little bit more closer look at the action figures, but they're nothing too special. But this is the beauty, what we're here for, and that is the Batmobile. So yep, got the nice bat tires with the emerald in it. Yeah, not a bad looking car. Like, it's yeah, plastic and everything. It's not supposed to be fantastic. And then the hood actually opens up, so you can kind of see inside it. So let's do a test run and put in Batman, but hopefully put him in. Let's see if he will fit, and there he does fit in some form or another. But yeah, Batman is now in the Batmobile, and yeah, I don't mind it. It's a nice sort of design to it and everything. Nothing too fancy going on, but it's a collection piece that I had to get. And yeah, I love this film, I love this Batman franchise, and I honestly say this is a beautiful car. Like, it's just magnificent. Every time I see it, every time I look at it, it's just it's just amazing. So there we have the Batmobile by Spin Masters. And finally, we have the last piece in our Batman Flash collection, and it is the Ultimate Batwing. This is an absolute monster. It again comes with Michael Keaton's Batman and also the normal Flash for the one that we have in the DCU. So yeah, there's the Batwing. Now this is not the original 1989 Batwing like we have with the Batmobile. If you don't know, if you haven't seen the very first film, the Joker actually destroyed the very first Batwing in the first film, and then we never saw the Batwing again in Batman Returns. So this is sort of an updated version of the 1989 Batwing as far as I can remember. So this is again made by Spin Masters, so it is quite big. There's another section to it with the Flash running away from the Batwing. And now, if you haven't seen the film, I won't spoil anything too much for the Flash, but the Batwing has a pretty big impact in the film. It's not so much the Batmobile. There's a lot of scenes featuring the Batwing, so let's open this bad boy up. And here we have the Batwing with Batman and the Flash, normal Flash as well. So this is looking really good. Now we've got some, comes with actually wheels underneath the Batwing, so you can hold it nicely in place. There's a cockpit which we can fit in Batman, which is really good. And then we just have the normal little figures for the Flash. That is the normal Flash that we have in the main DCU universe, and the same Batman design as the last little figure. So the Batwing looks great. I'm really happy with this design, to be honest. It is quite large. It's a more frontal piece that you guys can see. Again, this is actually quite big. I'm actually impressed of how large it is. And yeah, it's not really too bad at all. Pretty simple designs. I reckon there's probably more expensive versions of this Batwing out there with more detailed designs, but for the price, I was happy with it and fine with it and everything like that. And then you've got the wheels there. There's some more like propellers in a way, I think they are. So we've now got Batman in the cockpit. Now in the actual film, the cockpit was a much larger, because it could fit both the Flashes and the Batman, but they've just gone with the more bigger cockpit in this one. So we can shut that up. And he's still tucked away inside. Now, I don't think they had the actual fins in the original 1989 Batwing. Maybe they did. As far as I can remember, I wasn't sure. But this is, yeah, overall, it's still a really nice looking Batwing. And yeah, I'm just very happy to have it in my collection. So if you haven't yet seen the Flash film, I still would highly recommend it. It was still a really fun adventure, and if you are a Michael Keaton Batman fan, or even Flash fan, the Batman is in the film quite a lot. Even the other Batman, Ben Affleck's Batman, is in the film. He has more of a minor role, but he is also in the film. But this is very much Michael Keaton's Batman film presence in the Flash. And I also say Supergirl in the film is is really good as well. I really enjoyed her acting. So there again is the Batwing. Well, thank you for joining me on this of my Flash collection, but it's more like a Batman collection. I hope you guys enjoyed sort of some of the unboxings and looking at some of these cool pieces. So we've got the Spin Masters Mega Batman up there, the McFarlane Batman, the Funko Batman, the Batmobile, and the Batwing with the 2 Flashes. And if you are interested in seeing this film, if it's still in the cinema, go see it. Or I'm sure it's actually coming out on streaming, or it's probably already out on streaming and physical release too. So thank you for joining me on this journey to have a looking at a little bit of my Flash Batman collection. And I will see you guys in the next episode.